Last June, the Cherokee Nation donated $120,000 to preserve Dwight Mission and one of its core values of education. Shortly after the Cherokee tribe relocated from Arkansas to Oklahoma with the Trail of Tears, the school was closed.
What encapsulates Dwight Mission is about 1820 on this side, 1829 to 1948, when the school closed permanently. It was deemed that public school was the way to go. And boarding schools were phased out.
Genealogy associate Ashley Vann researches Cherokee heritage and culture and has found missionaries to be consistently relevant.
Missionaries has always been part of the Cherokee history. Approximately there was over 17 different missions at the very beginning of the original homeland, so it is well documented.
With enough funding raised to keep Dwight Mission open, the site has begun construction on renovating the interior, creating a museum on the first floor, and restoring the immense third floor auditorium.
In November, we had our groundbreaking ceremony, which we finished phase one of our capital campaign, where we raised enough money to go ahead and move forward with the construction process. So we're going to completely remodel a couple of the floors in the building and refurbish the other floors.
In Dwight Mission, the museum will display historic remnants in the school building from the past.
There's so much in there. There's artifacts there's artifacts on the wall in the form of chalkboards, old hand-carved church pews that are in there. There's tin-type photographs, just amazing stuff.
Currently, Dwight Mission is being used as a day camp for cultural seminars teaching kids of their ancestry.
They're giving back to the Cherokee people, but they're using it at the historical site, and I think the children will get to experience, this is where my ancestors came to. This is where they got educated, and I'm still part of that.
They teach classes on their culture, really immerse their kids in that, and it's something to see. There's a lot of pride there.
Dwight Mission does its best to keep its heritage intact through its youth.
The cultural ties that the Cherokee Nation has to this site in general is history.
A lot of children were recruited through Indian boarding schools. And so this was kind of a way in Dwight Mission trying to keep some of those students here in their original, in their communities.
Since Dwight Mission began, the site has been moved and threatened to be torn down on many occasions. Throughout its history, only one thing has kept the school intact.
Dwight Mission is still standing today, in my opinion, based on the people. This is an incredibly sacred place.
There's a lot of people I've heard, if it wasn't for Dwight Mission, my grandmother would have starved, or if it wasn't for Dwight Mission, I wouldn't have learned as much as I had.